Right, we're just checking out the light because we're going to be doing a film in a second. This is going to be an interview, or Shetland interview.
Carry on
We're
doing
going to be
that.
setting up here. We're above the bar. Where are we? What bar is this? What common name?
There
There we go.
T-bar.
T-bar.
It is.
Is it? It's a
Sign
T-bar.
over there.
It's a tennis
It's
bar.
actually called that.
But we're right out. Straight out of this window here is the port of Lerwick, and it is very grey, very wet, very windy, very cold, and that's why we're inside in the bar.
You're the interviewer, mate. You ask me the questions. Lazy.
He's lazy. He's so lazy. He's walking around the entire coastline of the UK. You lazy kid.
So, am I right by saying that you wanted to get a little bit personal? Oh, just...
Not in that way. Stop rubbing my head. Right. It's like being on a set of blinking Benny Hill show with you tapping my head.
Racist.
Benny Hill? Is he racist? Is Benny Hill racist?
Yeah.
Was he?
Big time.
Really?
That's why they cut the show, mate.
I thought it was sexist
Oh no, he was racist.
and sexist.
Yeah, we can't put this in.
No. Just for the record, I've never found Benny Hill funny in any way, shape or
No,
form.
he was a proper racist.
Really?
Stinking.
I don't know. Oh.
Things you learn coming up to see me.
I know. I've now learned Benny Hill is a racist.
Racist.
I'm talking to you. You're Welsh.
He was even complaining about the colour of the light. I've had 3. Come on.
Trying to put me down.
Right, come on, let's do this. I reckon we should just do the interview.
You should just do it. Not go for
Yeah,
first.
stop thinking about it, just do it.
Okay. Let me move over. No, that's fine.
And I'm going to drink whiskey while you do this.
Okay, I'll a little top. Do you remember the last time we did smooth sober?
You're probably a massive twat sober. I don't know, do I? We're always pissed when we see each other. One day I'll introduce myself.
Mate, you'll probably be too boring. You'll probably very like you. I won't say probably. Definitely won't like you.
Jet attack.
Jet attack. Jet can attack anything. Right, Chris.
The coast.
Attack the
You can
coast.
attack the coast.
Yeah. Here we are, once again. This time, Shetland Islands. We are sitting above a bar somewhere. Sorry. Yeah, just to look again.
I'm just going to start doing the bloody introductions myself. So we are.
Okay. We are now. Get on. You're
Mate,
on
no,
shop.
I was going to crack a funny then, but you ruined it. I was going to crack a funny, it would have been perfect.
No.
You ruined it.
You're not in a shop. We have got. What's the time? How long have we got to do this interview? What do people really want to? What do people really want to know about Christian Lewis? What do they really want to know? What
My
makes you
penis
tick?
size.
Mate,
I'm sorry you were asking for it. You weren't asking
Mate.
for that. Whatever.
that's all right. I've seen him in that stream.
Well, I saw yours last night.
What? Again? Why do you say that? People get the wrong idea of everything. They will.
Right.
It's Bond.
Let's be serious. Okay, you got me off cuff there.
We're going to be serious.
Yeah. I want to get one of those blow-up dolls.
Don't say that either! People are
Bring
going
it
to
over
hear
here.
that. They can't see
Met a
what's
girl,
there.
literally behind us, just here. Some sort of mannequins or something on the floor. And I can't take life serious or do a serious interview when I've got 50 people laying on the floor.
They are. They're just trapped to like...
One's got hair with their skirt up.
Oh my god. No, that's the frill of the skirt. That's not the hair of a pubes, plonk.
How would you know about hair?
It's touchy subject. Okay. Christian Lewis, my dear friend.
Tim. You just keep walking into them all the time. By the way, I'm probably the only person that finds me funny. I laugh at my own jokes. I've been on my own for
He
too long.
does. Seriously. Even Jet doesn't laugh at your jokes. Right. You ready? When I turn around, we'll be really serious and look at the camera and we'll be on the ball.
Try it. Go. Skull.
Benny Hill's racist.
Yeah, badly.
I didn't realise.
Just so you know, we're here on the Apelia, but we won't see it because Tim's introductions are so ridiculously long that we'll miss it.
Mate, I made you, don't you forget that. Before me, you were nothing. You were just a man and a dog. Now,
You have made
you're
me feel better
global.
about myself.
Okay, cool.
Definitely.
But we're here now in the Shetland Islands. You've finished your Orkney, you've come up here, and it's about. Oh, Chris.
No, don't think.
No, I know. I'm not
That's what
thinking.
you want to ask.
I'm not. I'm not thinking. I just can't stop laughing. So, fuck.
If I was getting paid for this,
No, you're not.
I'd be on serious money.
Yeah. Orkney's done, bud.
Yep, it's done. In the bag.
In the bag, and you've come up now to the northernmost islands of the British Isles. Don't make me laugh. This is take 54.
Sorry, it comes naturally.
So we're in Shetland.
Yes.
We're in Shetland
Yeah.
Islands.
Shetland.
We're in Lerwick, the capital town of Shetland, and the weather here is, in the middle of the winter, it's harsh. Has this been the toughest part of your walk so far?
That's actually a good question, mate. Shetland has been the first place since I started walking, and I was in the Outer Hebrides this time last year. But this has genuinely been the first place that has scared me.
Really?
Weather-wise, yeah, definitely. The winds.
When you say scared, I mean,
Well,
like what?
It's really hard to explain. You'd have to be in it yourself to really understand. But anywhere else I've been, usually the weather kind of dies down in the evening. You know, the winds die down, and here it's so different. It can be a nice day. When I say nice day, under 30 miles an hour wind, and suddenly 2 o'clock in the morning, bang, just from nowhere. And me and Jet have been caught out a couple of times. It's the first place.
What sort of pace does wind get up to? What sort of speed?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think if you've got over a 60 mile an hour wind, here in particular, the gusts are the dangerous thing.
Yeah.
It's the gusts. They just suddenly sweep from nowhere. That's why it's broken my tent a few times since I've been here. When I say it scares me, what I mean is, it's the first place that every single time that I've pitched a tent, and I learnt my lesson on the first night that I stayed here because it got smashed, but I make sure I've got a contingency plan. So wherever I pitch my tent, I make sure that I've got somewhere that I can, even just a rock or something that I can crawl under in my bivvy bag, and you know, keep shelter there until
Wow.
it stops. It's brutal.
So what's been here on the Shetland Islands? What's been the scariest moment so far? The one instant where you've actually thought, Christ, what am I going to do here?
In Unst.
In Unst.
We were walking on the west coast of Unst. It's really barren, you know, there's nothing around. And again, that exact thing happened, mate. The winds just come from nowhere. And the direction that we were walking in, and this was a mistake that I made and I would never make it again, is that somebody kindly offered to meet me on the other side, so I didn't have my gear. And the winds were so strong, mate, that I was on my side, laying on my side, protecting Jet. So we were getting from one old croft house, which is an old house before the Highland clearances, to get to another was 2 hours work.
What
Just
are you
to get
actually
there.
thinking when you do that? Because you're miles away from anyone.
Something else takes over then, mate. That's something I can't explain.
Was that something you learned maybe from your parents? Or was
Nobody
it just
can learn
something-
that. No, you know, that's like saying to you, I suppose, how would you react if somebody suddenly put a gun in your face? You don't know until that happens. Do you?
Yeah.
It's the reality and fear. So you know that says a lot about somebody. And yeah, it scared me a few times, mate. I didn't even think I was going to be able to make it back that day. It was just too strong. We couldn't walk into it. But we did in the end. It used every single ounce of skill that I've learned.
How did you get Jet through all that?
One, because she's amazing. Two, because I know her, so if I put her on her side, she'll do anything that I ask of her. If I tell her to lay down, just lay by my side, and I have to crawl backwards against the wind, because the lower you are, the lower centre of gravity you have.
So you're crawling on your back,
on my side,
on your
literally,
side,
yeah.
backwards,
Sheltering her, yeah.
holding Jet whilst you're crawling back.
Yeah. We did that for hours,
And how far did you have to go doing that?
This is the funny part about it. I probably only had about 2k. 2
2K?
kilometres.
You
And it
went
took me
2K
hours.
on your side,
Yeah.
holding Jet,
Yeah, absolutely.
going backwards.
Yeah. I never posted anything like this because it's so. You suddenly go into a kind of survival mode.
Right.
And it's just get there. You're only focused, mate. I was so anxious, you know, it was a weird feeling. I can't explain that.
Because you post a lot on social media and everyone sees you say, oh, I'm here, look at this, look at that. People don't see this.
No.
And you've been doing this for 2.5 years.
No.
This sort of basically survival method to go round. Because people think, oh, okay, you're going to walk around, but it's not a walk.
No, it's not.
It's survival.
It really is. I suppose I enjoy showing the good side of it. I'm not a whinger, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm not here to kind of make people feel sorry for me. I don't want to be. I mean, I do when I can, and I'm in, say, the tent or I'm in a safer place. Then I will do a video about it if that makes sense. But when something like that does happen, then it's right. That's it. The only thing that matters is we need to get there. Let's do it. And then, you know, that's pretty much it. So I don't get the feeling for that sort of. I'm not here to make people, oh, look what Chris is going through. I'm not here for that. You know, they're my personal experiences, and actually the experiences that's helped me grow and learn a lot about myself, and that's for me. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's completely for me.
I mean, this is a real challenge, isn't it? I mean, this is a challenge.
Yeah, it is. Well, everything's a challenge, isn't it? You know, I personally, I'd rather be on my side, you know, getting from one old croft house to the other than sitting in an office. You know, I admire people that can do that. So, you know, everything we do is a challenge, but some just a little bit more extreme than others, I suppose.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. I really need a pee.
I knew there was a pause there. He's older, he's coming of age, and has to wee at least 4 times a day. 4? Nothing to do with the whiskey.
Cheers.
Skull.
Jesus Christ, how are we going to...
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, go on.
What do you think about coming to these islands? How is it? Because you've been all over the world, you've travelled, and you've seen places.
I've never seen anything like this.
Thanks, bud. I'm so immature. I don't care if you don't like it. That's what I am.
No, I haven't. I mean, I've been usually, and this is the thing. Most people, when they go abroad, they're going to somewhere to see a site, to see something either historic, or they're going to see something which is a beach, a pool,
just relax,
and relax, and so on. So it's not often that people come to the west coast of Scotland or the Orkney or Shetland and see this. And this is terrain that I've never seen before, and mix that with the environment and
it's nice place.
I mean we're just dressed in waterproofs because we're going out tonight. We're doing different things, but the weather, it comes in and it comes in so quickly. It goes grey, it goes dark, it's wet, it's windy, and it's miserable. Why am I here?
Can you see why? You know, you've only been a couple of days, really, well, a day. But when you see places like this, it's so cut off from the mainland. Even Orkney, it's 7 hours on a ferry to get here from Orkney. You can see why that community spirit is so strong, can't you? Because they really do have to look after each other, and that's special. And I've noticed that in the Hebrides as well. The more isolated a place is, the closer
the community.
It's incredible. Which is why, and I say this hands down, I will never, ever, ever live on the mainland again.
Really?
Never. No, because I
Do you think about that?
Yeah,
Do you think about after this, you think, where am I going to lay my hat?
I've met people on this in Orkney, here. I know people that have croft houses where they've built a roof, they've got a simple fireplace, there's no heating inside, the water they have to purify themselves. And basically, they're living with modern necessities, I suppose, but they're living kind of a nomadic life, and they are the ones that are happy. Seriously, and I wouldn't say that otherwise. I'm not saying other people are happy, of course they are, but they
Do you
are
think-
genuinely.
Oh, I've got a call for you. You mentioned there about happiness, and I've seen it in travels where you go to certain places and they're happy, and there's no materialistic gain. And do you think this walk has taught you how to be happy?
Yes. Yes.
How?
Stripping back from society and all of the things that I deemed important, I suppose, before. Or it's almost a dogma. I felt like I was living. How do I explain it? It was dogma in a way, where I kind of felt like I was not living from other people's opinions, but I felt like I was part of something that I didn't want to be part of. And how do you get rid of that?
Yeah.
How do you what if you don't want to buy a house, if you don't want to be rich, if they're not your main goals in life, and yet being a single parent, I had to become part of the system. If you don't want those things in the modern world, Western world especially, how do you deal with that? If your aspiration is not the same as everybody else's, how do you deal with that? You either become depressed, don't fit in with everybody, get anxious, as I did, or do what I've done, but that's how this has helped me, because it's made me realise that you don't actually have to live like that. And there are other ways around it. I never fitted in with all of this, and people didn't understand me because of it. But now they do. Now they understand it, because I'm showing them as much as anybody that you don't have to have the house, the dog, the family, the kids, the mortgages. You don't have to do that to be happy.
Okay, so this journey has unlocked for you the secret of happiness.
For me.
For you.
It's not for everybody, but certainly for me.
Okay, so what would you say then was the key to happiness?
From a personal point of view, my key to happiness is not growing up.
You're certainly good at that.
Thanks, mate. But it's the truth. How many people out there today do you think that if they could have gone back to when they were like 10, 11, 12, 13 years old and they had those dreams, aren't following those dreams? Because life and society is, they've gone down the same road, if that makes sense. The reason I'm happy is because I don't take everything seriously. Why would you? Why would you? I don't plan everything. I don't need to know what I'm doing in a year's time. But that's easy for me to say, because I'm now, I'm not a single parent anymore, and I'm on my own. With a family, that would be a very different thing. But my happiness has come from just being me and not caring whether anybody likes it or not. As long as you're nice to other people and stuff like this, that's why I'm happy, because I found that inner child again. Totally found it. So I'm happy. Find everything funny, even you.
Seriously. Fly all the way up here.
I've been doing that for so long. He hates it.
I feel like I'm only wise to your Eric Morecambe.
Find something you like, pursue it, don't give up, don't let life get in the way. If you have a dream, go follow it. That'll make you happy.
Okay.
You're doing it.
I know.
You're happy, aren't you?
Really? It's hard to explain it to somebody else.
It is.
It really is.
Which is why I struggle.
When people think, I find that a lot of people aren't happy because they're stuck in the problem.
Of course.
They're stuck in the problem, they're stuck moaning about the problem, they're stuck whinging about it and worrying about it, and not providing a solution to it and moving on.
It's all
There's so much stuff you can't control. There you go.
Speculation is the worst thing. It's like a lie.
Yeah.
I see people literally making up reasons as to why something's going to be bad. But what if this happens? But what if this happens? What? if it happens, deal with it.
Yeah.
Live it and be on, you know.
Yeah.
People stop themselves from... I'm not saying people.
I'm sure some quick sip of whiskey. Quick break. Right. I think I need a pee.
Go and have a piss.
I need to go
and have a wee.
I'm going to pee. Should we go for a fag as well?
It's like being with a pensioner.
I should just have a bag.
I need a wee. I'm not saying all pensioners like that. Sorry, Dad. Sorry, Mum. I like it.
I like it. Anyway, let's go to the loo.